Netflix has released the final trailer for Squid Game Season 3. New details about the games have been revealed. In this video, we'll talk about who is definitely going to die in Season 3, what moral decision will define the entire ending of the series, and many more surprising insights. The trailer starts with an encouraging conversation between the old woman and Gi-hun. We see that Gi-hun is completely broken in this moment. He's lost the rebellion, lost a friend, and seems to have given up completely. Earlier, we saw him screaming at the guards like he had no will to live anymore. But the old woman tries to explain to him that guilt doesn't make him weak. It makes him human. His empathy, she says, is what separates him from the evil game makers. Then she says a line that instantly changes the expression on Gi-hun's face. "I still believe you're going to save us. Otherwise, you wouldn't have survived." And that exact moment seems to bring his will to live and fight back. We then see player 120 facing off against a member of the red team in a key game. Thanks to earlier trailers, we know the red team player is number 226, a friend of player 100. But in this new footage, we see two women in the background, the older woman and a pregnant woman. The pregnant one clearly looks unwell. Many fans believe she will give birth during this exact game. This suggests that player 120 isn't just fighting to win. She's trying to protect her weaker teammates, who can't run or escape right now. We also see the old woman crying, her hair down, hugging someone in a red vest. And there's no doubt this is her son. Most fans already suspected in previous trailers that she would lose her son. And now, it looks confirmed. They're wearing the red and blue vests from the Labyrinth game. He likely dies in this exact moment, maybe sacrificing himself to save his mother, since they're on opposing teams. What's interesting, in a previous trailer, she wore red and he wore blue. Now it's reversed. Does this mean the game has 2 rounds, or is there another reason? Let me know your theories in the comments. If he really dies, it'll be one of the most emotional moments of the whole series. She only joined the game for her son, to fix her financial problems, even though she did her best as a single mom. Now she's about to lose the very person she lived for. We get new scenes from the puppet game. Player 100 enters the field, but his friend, player 226, isn't with him, even though they've been together in every game so far. So it looks like this takes place after the Labyrinth, meaning 226 probably doesn't survive the fight with player 120. Then we see the new puppet game. Players are launched off a platform by a rotating rope. It looks wild. The rope spins so hard it flings the players across the field. It's hard to tell who's being thrown. Everything happens so fast. But Netflix wouldn't spoil a major character death so obviously. What's also new? This game seems to be played in groups. 2 players jump at the same time, which adds tension. They can push each other off. This supports a theory. Namgyu looks down in shame because he was drugged and pushed someone. This game is clearly intense, filled with betrayal and shocking twists. We also see a countdown when one player is launched. This means the game is timed. At the beginning of the bridge, we see a player lying down, not because he fell, but likely because he was shot by guards. Why? We don't know. But maybe he ran out of time. In the background, 2 more players are waiting their turn, so it's probably a 2-player game. Here's one theory. 2 players must cross the bridge under time pressure, while avoiding the spinning rope, but they can only move during the green light. That's why the puppets are there, a callback to red light, green light. Move during red, and you're out. The goal is to cross before time runs out. Next, we see a real sea battle. Guards are shooting at a boat, and it's clear the person driving it is fighting back. 2 options. Either the captain was a former traitor who changed sides and is helping the police officer, or the officer took over the boat to reach the island. From earlier trailers, we know he makes it to the games, so I'm guessing it's the second option. In one trailer, the frontman says on the phone, "Kill them all." Many thought he meant the players, but maybe he was talking about the people on the boat. We also see a female guard fighting the officer in an elevator. She wears a triangle mask, and this confirms they meet face to face. We've already seen scenes of her bloody and escaping through a vent, so we know who wins. A guard approaches Gi-hun and calls him to meet the frontman. Gi-hun is wearing a suit again, which means he's made it to the final once more. The meeting happens right before the last game. In earlier trailers, we saw that the frontman reveals his face and tells Gi-hun a shocking truth. But why the meeting? 3 theories. 1. Gi-hun is special, the only one who returned, started a rebellion and made it back to the final. The frontman wants to understand him. 2. The frontman wants to play one last game, like the Gi game from Season 2. 3. As fans have long suspected, he offers Gi-hun to become the new frontman. Then we see the final game. A finalist ties his shoes while standing on sand with white lines, a clear reference to the classic Squid Game. But then, he steps on a red button and the color changes. The game has new elements that change the rules, just like the director, who avoids repetition. But why change the rules? Some fans believe multiple players make it to the finale, so the rules had to adapt. Others think it's not about competition this time, but about personal choices. We'll find out the truth on June 27th. What surprised you the most? What did you spot in the trailer? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and see you very soon.